Okay. And then Game is at Encore Studios working on the LAX album.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you guys really connect.
I started managing an artist named Stacey Adams.
Right.
That day I left, I didn't leave with a phone number. I didn't leave with nothing on him. I started managing an artist named Stacey Adams. And I'm thinking, you know what? I could use a Game feature. So I started to reach out. One of the homies put me in tune with 2T's from Bounty Hunters, who's head of TDE security today, but he was Game's head of security. Lived in the house with Game.
Yeah.
At the time, right? He said, yeah, we at Encore, come up. So we go to Encore, I go to Encore Studios, and he rapped about it. He didn't tell no lies. When I walked in the studio, he was in the booth. And he motioned for me to come to the booth. I walk in the booth. He went in his pocket, gave me everything he had. I'm like, what's this for? He said, what you did for me that day. I tried to give it back to him. I'm like, I need a feature for my artist. He said, keep that and I'm going to do that too. Right? Which he did, the feature. And he said, man, we're going to be up here every day. Come on. So I started coming back. And that's when he told me, like, look, man, some things going on with my management. I see you did a hell of a job with Ray J. He like, won't you kind of step in and let me start sending some stuff your way? But you're going to have to deal with my management team however you deal with them. Right? Because Jimmy Henchman had the paperwork on him. But he let me know he was trying to ease his hand out the lion's mouth. Right? And that's how our business started. There was some clashing with me and Jimmy and his team. There was some clashing because I started booking shows. Me and my boy AD was working K-Day. I'm booking Game on shows and they seeing these bookings. They like, what's going on? So they get a hold of my number and they called me. They said, hey man, we represent, I believe it was like Czar Entertainment or something, something like that. Tony Martin and Brother Delaney. Brother Delaney, good dude, good people, right? And they called me and they're like, hey man, we represent this, you can't be doing this. And I'm kind of like, I'm like, I already know what time it is. I said, listen, that's a power. You ain't gonna tell me what business I can and can't do with no power. Now, the Suge mentality's in me of how I seen him handling business like that, right? And they like, hold on, we want to get our boss on the line. So they get Jimmy on the line. Jimmy comes on the line. Yeah, who's this? It's Wack. What Wack? Wack from Power Row. Oh, bro, you the one? Yeah, me and Jimmy know each other. He like, well, Wack, listen, man, we don't mind giving you a finder's fee. You got to send the business our way, negative. Ain't nobody from New York gonna tell me on the West Coast how I'm a book of Power Row. Ain't gonna happen. Game gave me the green. I'm not caring about what they saying. He already told me you're gonna have to deal with that. I'm giving you the green to do business up under my name. So they like, well, Wack, we got paperwork. I'm like, that's cool. I got a flag in my right side of my back pocket that say that that's what's gonna continue to happen. They like, well, I tell you what, throw it in the pot, we'll chop it up with you. I said, well, I throw it in the pot if you chop up the whole pot with me. Until then, you eat what you kill, I eat what I kill.
Okay.
And that's just what it's gonna be.
Right. And the backdrop as all this is happening is the Game G-Unit beef is still going strong, and that's when Jimmy Henchman's son got slapped up by the G-Unit guys, which took it to a whole different place.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Exactly.
Because by 2010, a few years later, Jimmy gets arrested for the murder and the drug dealing and everything else like that.
Which is, I don't know how he knew. But Game knew something wasn't right, something was coming.
Yeah.
So he was trying to ease away.
Right, because Jimmy ends up getting life plus 20 years.
Exactly. By that time, I'm in full-blown position.
Right.